they're going to have to be on the same page in terms of trying to limit Chawinga of Kansas City, when to get tight, when to drop off and provide cover. But in the midfield, it's all about getting Sav DeMello on the ball and letting her drive at the back line to draw fouls and create opportunities for others. Ivory and the two center backs of Sharples and Ball is going to be essential to staying connected defensively, but also to allow for Ivory to build confidence into this game. But it is all about the front three in the attack: Chawinga, Bia, and Cooper. Their ability to play off of one another, coupled with their individual qualities, what makes them so threatening and difficult to defend.
The NWSL returns from its summer hiatus. Racing Louisville taking on the Kansas City Current. Ball lobbed ahead early. England was played there and at wingback within the Canadian national team. It's not unfamiliar, but you're also going to see a heavy dose of Temwa Chawinga tonight. Here's Chawinga getting a shot away, and it's held by Jordan Bloomer, who's impressed in the absence of Katie Lund.
No personality for Bloomer. It's an easy catch, but defensively, good start for Racing Louisville. And it's going on that Sona's comment. Going to have her hands full with Chawinga on that far side, so it's going to be really important that her communication with Ellie Jean on that right-hand side is going to be essential. Just who's picking her up, whether they're going to press, whether they're going to cover, just back off a little bit to give themselves a little bit more space to defend.
Lacho, ball picked off effectively by Flint. Over to Sonas, who's your teammate for the summer. Cooper back to Mace. Sharples, who just signed an extension to stick around in Kansas City a bit longer. Think about 13 games for Racing Louisville. They've never had more than 3 wins. They've doubled that over the last 3 years. It's the little difference between being above the playoff line and at it. Bia here to take a slight carom en route to Bloomer, who handles it.
Well, a few opportunities that just haven't been taken as well as they would like, whether it's a little deflection or just not getting all of the ball. Bia does such a good job of just picking up loose balls. Heavy little touch in there from Taylor Flint. Use it right into the path of Bia, and then she has an open shot. And those are little areas defensively they have to be mindful of, because those attackers for Kansas City will look to pounce on anything.
Racing has the fewest passes attempted in the league this year, and that's by design. But to give the ball away cheaply, no team makes you pay for it faster or more often than Kansas City. Bia, that's out beyond Hutton. Lob forward, Fisher and Ball. Right over to Mace. Good step by Cooper. And the foul from Ella Haas. Her first start since April the 19th. Chawinga. Left off for Lacho. Loose touch forced away. Fisher. Lacho got a piece. Advantage played. There was none. And now Lacho's gotten a warning. No more fouls without receiving a card.
Well, it's interesting just watching this first half, because it definitely feels like the first game back from a break. Just everybody back and forth, loose passes, heavy touches that are allowing for defenders to come in and make plays. But it's watching how Kansas City is attacking. Goes Lola Bonta, good tackle from Taylor Flint from behind. But this is why I think Vanessa DiBernardo is going to be missed much more than maybe we anticipate.
Haas, Fisher. Fisher sending the service, touched away by Ivory. It's O'Kane! Oh, yes! Laurel Ivory steers it aside.
From Laura Ivory, and it's just such a quick break from Racing Louisville. I love that ball because it forces Ivory to have to come off her line. No one wants to commit defensively because of the position that they're in, facing their own goal. Just whipped in behind. but it allows it to stay alive because of that missed clearance from Izzy Rodriguez. Kane comes up, but credit to Laura Ivory, keeps her feet moving, gets across, makes a second play in quick succession.
That was a lot of traffic that she had to look through. Izzy Rodriguez trying to make herself bigger and block the shot, but it's Ivory who makes the final stop. Into stoppage time. Service up, header toward Flint, away. Oh, forget it. On to the second half here at Louisville, or it's scoreless at the break. Throw or no throw. Meanwhile, Kate, welcome to the team, and you're off clearly to a running start. Here we go, second half, ring the bell, let's do it. Racing Louisville, Kansas City Current, on to the second 45. Signed on March the 12th to a 2-year deal. Was in the Angolan First Division previously.
I do like the positions that Nacho are picking up, just in general, trying to play combined with the front runners, but also just at times dropping back, helping out. And there's versatility in the way that they want to play. At times drifting wide too, that allows Michelle Cooper to come inside.
Bia leading Labonta. Shawinga returns. Second in the league in scoring, lays off to Claire Hutton. Hammers that above the crossbar.
Well, one night if you're Claire Hutton, because she saw Haley Mace, but Haley Mace at the last second trying to keep herself on side, just too eager to get into that position on that right-hand side. But this is great build-up. Just the positioning of Shawinga to draw attention and then open up the space underneath. You can see just that little look, but no one steps to Claire Hutton, so she goes herself. So little things though, and when you look at Kansas City right now, it does feel like there's not a ton of synchronicity throughout that first half, but we're so used to them being dominant, scoring early, putting teams under so much pressure, and that doesn't happen. It feels like they're out of sync, but it just takes time, especially when it's been majority of the off-season or the break that we just witnessed, being individual and small group training. Well, especially with the personality of Carmelina Moscato and just her soccer knowledge. That was one of the people in particular, specifically, that Bevinez had talked about how important she was just for her development, but close friend now as well.
All forward for Shawinga. Offers the cross. Snared by Bloomer.
But also mentioned how fun it was to previously play with each other in Seattle, Bevin, Carm, and then now in a different stage of their lives, meet again to be able to be head coach and assistant coach. So certainly one of those people within the organization that will be incredibly missed.
Sarah Weber came in at the stop for Kayla Fisher. Meanwhile, it is racing into the final third, and Sears the intended target. Sears lacing. Weber was waiting. What a way to potentially impact the game right off the bench. Sarah Weber of this her rookie year out of Nebraska.
Well, this is the reaction you want immediately after a bit of stoppage in play. Sears just trying to drill that across. Maybe it could have been a cross, maybe it was a shot. I would say with the form that she's been in, she's just looking to see where Ivory is. Trying to tuck it into that far post. Knows she gets too much on it, sends it wide of that. Season
game for Racing Louisville. Was away on mental health leave, an excused absence. Into the penalty area, ball lasered through. Shawinga again charging toward the net. Ball never got there. That is DeMello. Still it's Mace.
Back shoulders. Little stop.
Unable to pick the Louisville lock. We'll try on the other end. Here's Sharples. Izzy Rodriguez now. Hutton toward Rodriguez, and finally Louisville can exhale. You can hear Jordan Bloomer loud and clear, which from everything we're told is not a surprise. Hutton, now Shawinga. Lacho spins, Cooper. Cooper crossing, smashed in. Bia and Shawinga were both crashing toward net. It looks like Shawinga might have the magic touch. It is Kansas City into the lead.
Well, it felt like this moment was coming. It was just a matter of time for Kansas City continuing to have waves of attack, but it's Shawinga that starts it, and then she finishes it. She's outlet right here, trying to play out, but I love this ball from Lacho. Doesn't try to play it too wide, narrows that ball to allow Cooper to take it first time right into the path of Shawinga, but it's the ball across the 6-yard with so much pace, conviction from Cooper that allows for the run from Shawinga right in the middle of your screen, right there, and all she has to do is get a little touch on it to send it in the back of the net. Bloomer had committed. No one tracks the run of Shawinga, and it's an easy tap in for the star forward for Kansas City.
Number 9 for the reigning Golden Boot.
Against Weber to call a foul in that moment. But you just have to pick your moments, and you just have to be incredibly mindful of the shape behind the ball. Taylor Flint in particular has to be the balance. So they're going to get called for another foul, Racing Louisville. But these are the moments now they have to find a rhythm themselves, because if it becomes disruptive in the favor of Kansas City, then they'll just be able to slow things down in a way that works for them. Just can't get caught in sending too many numbers forward and leaving Bia, Dabinia, and Shawinga 3v3 situation and against the 3 backs for Racing Louisville.
You did so many games this summer. You got into the play-by-play game. Amazing. Dabinia trying to celebrate that 150th league appearance. Cooper went for goal. Bloomer steers it out.
To go 1v1, just wrong foots Peterson at the last second. She's trying to get something on it. There's Bloomer that comes across, makes the save, 2 hands it out.
Izzy Rodriguez. It is away. It is Hutton who knocks it down. Shawinga, now Labonta. Sharples pursuing right. Off of Haas. Entangled. The two have already made peace, but a free kick won by Izzy Rodriguez. Izzy getting the chance to jump into the national team. Describe why she's impressed so much this year.
Oh, excellent defender. 1v1 situations, understands when to drop in, stay connected, but I would say the thing that has really separated her is her ability to be another attacker on that left side for Kansas City, and doesn't get enough credit for it. The way that she joins in, plays off Shawinga. True left-footed player as well.
The pride of the Ohio State University. You can hear Bloomer hard at work here. Rodriguez took the corner previously. Now the free kick. That's going to get in. Kansas City has doubled their advantage. How much of a touch did it take in front? It's irrelevant. It is 2-0 KC.
Well, it's so essential in these moments just to keep that service in the frame of goal for these reasons in particular, because even if it does look like Elizabeth Ball maybe got the slightest of touch, it does as she comes over. Gets all the congratulations, deservedly so, but just look at her position. Just a last little second. Bloomer's late to come off her line. Screened potentially by Sharples and one of her defenders, but right there. And regardless if even if Ball gets something on it, that ball's going to find the back of its net because it's in the frame of goal. Wonderful.
Laid off to Prince. Ball across. Skims high, blast toward frame and dealt with by Bloomer.
That ball was traveling from Lola Bonta. Took it so well.
Well, this should just about do it for Kansas City. Mission accomplished. There were days during this summer break they had 8 players in training. They touched all corners of this globe. Kansas City comes to Louisville and puts together a 2-0 performance that sees them move double digits above the rest of the table.